Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about 3 true Instagram horror stories. In today's digital age, Instagram is a platform commonly used by people, whether they have a vast following or not. With over 1 billion active users, it has become a part of modern society. One evening, I received a notification that a girl named Holly had followed me on Instagram. Intrigued, I decided to check out her profile. Holly was a stunning blonde with around 5,000 followers, and her pictures garnered hundreds of likes, often accompanied by flirty comments from male admirers. While receiving followers like Holly wasn't unusual, I typically double-checked to ensure they were genuine. However, Holly's profile seemed legit. Her numerous followers and interactions with others gave me no reason to doubt her authenticity. As I browsed through her pictures, I noticed that she had deemed me before I even followed her back. She messaged me with a friendly greeting, expressing that she usually didn't do this but found me attractive. Flattered, I replied, and we soon engaged in an enjoyable conversation. We shared common interests like fitness and discussed our high school experiences. Things were going well, and Holly gave me her number, suggesting that we meet up for a drink at a popular bar called Lucky's the next night, which was a Friday. Excitement and nerves built as Friday night approached, and I prepared for our rendezvous. I had never gone on a date arranged through an Instagram DM, but this girl was stunning, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity. I drove to Lucky's and waited in the parking lot, expecting her call or text when she arrived. Eventually, she did text, but it wasn't to let me know she was there. Instead, she claimed her car had broken down and asked for a ride. Confused, I reread her message a few times to ensure I'd understood it correctly. I tried calling her, but she didn't answer the call. Instead, she texted me her location. However, I noticed I had no cellular signal in the area. Despite the red flags, I texted back, "On my way," and set off to meet her. I drove down the quiet side roads toward the location she had described. It was a strange place for her car to break down. Her vehicle, a black Nissan Altima, was parked with its hood up. As I approached, I realized I couldn't see inside the car. The windows were entirely tinted black. I lightly tapped on the window, but no one opened the door. Perplexed, I walked around to check the front hood to see if any work had been done on the engine. It appeared that nothing had been attempted. I tapped on the window again, and this time, a crack appeared in the driver's side window. A hand emerged, signaling me to come closer. An overwhelming sense of dread washed over me when I realized it was a man's hand. I shakily told him to leave and hurried back to my car. Panicked, I sped away, making a series of turns to lose any potential pursuit. I managed to evade the car following me by turning off my headlights and making numerous random turns. Once I returned home, I discovered that the Instagram profile had already blocked me. It was later revealed that the profile was indeed real, but the pictures of the girl had been hacked by a creepy individual. I wasn't the only one who had fallen victim to this scheme, and I hope that others were as fortunate as I was to escape unharmed. In today's age of Instagram, social interactions are commonplace. This story, however, delves into a harrowing encounter involving a social media stalker. With an Instagram account boasting 1,100 followers and set to public, the protagonist was no stranger to receiving likes and comments from strangers. Typically, these interactions were benign, but one individual stood out. It all started with a beach picture featuring the protagonist and a friend, with one comment that merely consisted of 3 flame emojis. This led to the discovery of a profile with minimal content, including 3 pictures, 80 followers, and 200 following. What made it strange was the individual's age, which seemed incongruent with the selfie-style photos on the account. Still, this was nothing too alarming. However, the situation took a disturbing turn as the user began commenting on every new photo. His messages were flattering yet unsettling, with statements like, "I would kill to meet a girl like you." The protagonist felt increasingly uncomfortable, but didn't block the user, instead hoping to maintain a larger following. The situation escalated further when the user commented on a photo featuring the protagonist's sister saying, "You and your sister are so cute." At this point, the protagonist had had enough and removed the comment, subsequently blocking the user. The real ordeal began when the protagonist returned home one night. A mysterious car, a Maxima with tinted windows, was parked outside. Although she was too inebriated to drive, the protagonist couldn't ignore the unfamiliar vehicle. She rang the doorbell and repeatedly texted her sister to be let in, but received no response. While gathering her keys that had dropped in front of the house, she noticed that the car was still outside. The mysterious Maxima seemed even more ominous in the darkness, and she couldn't see inside due to the tinted windows. She entered the house determined to find her sister, but the room was unlit. Her sister's bedroom door was wide open, and she found her sister inside the closet, frightened and in tears. Inexplicably, the door to the closet was left ajar, revealing a man standing in the center of the room. The sisters fled from the room and made their way to the protagonist's car, with the man in pursuit. They barely managed to lock the car doors before he attempted to break in. As the protagonist honked the horn to alert neighbors, and the man realized he couldn't access the car, he retreated to his Maxima and sped away. The two sisters returned home and contacted their parents and the police. The intruder had entered through an upstairs window, climbed a ladder to the awning, and accessed the room. The sisters informed the police that the man had previously stalked the protagonist on Instagram, but when the police tried to investigate, they discovered that the man had deleted his Instagram account. The story ends with the protagonist expressing her heightened paranoia and wariness of posting revealing photos on social media, as she now maintains a private Instagram account and only accepts follow requests from people she knows. The story begins with an unsettling mystery that haunted the protagonist. For several weeks, they experienced faint yet audible sounds, like a single tap against their bedroom window, often while trying to sleep, or when the light was on at night. Initially, they brushed it off as bugs accidentally hitting the window, but the recurring nature of the sounds left them increasingly unnerved. Desperate for answers, they confided in their father, who, like their initial assumption, dismissed the sounds as nothing more than harmless bugs. Nonetheless, they couldn't shake the eerie feeling surrounding the mysterious taps. Then, things took a chilling turn. The protagonist received a message from an acquaintance they had shared a class with, and who had obtained their phone number. The message contained a link to an Instagram page titled JP Unofficial, which sent shivers down their spine, as it included their own initials. The profile picture of the Instagram account was a picture of the protagonist, and all 45 photos posted were of them. What made these photos even more disturbing was that they were all candid shots, taken without the protagonist's knowledge. Some were innocent, like snapshots from the beach or inside their car, but it escalated to photos of them inside their own room, including some in their underwear. All these pictures had multiple likes and disturbing comments, some encouraging the creepy actions and others making inappropriate remarks. As the protagonist uncovered this horrifying violation of their privacy, they heard the same unsettling sound outside their window again. It suddenly clicked in their mind. The tappings on the window had coincided with these photographs. They broke down in anguish, realizing they were being watched by a stalker. The protagonist cried out for help, and their father rushed in, comforting and assuring them. They showed him the Instagram account and explained the situation. He reacted with shock and anger, and immediately went outside to look for the stalker. The police were called, and the Instagram account was reported. While the account had been deleted, Instagram managed to recover information regarding its usage. It was traced to an old iPod Touch, but the device couldn't be traced further, as it was either destroyed or its Wi-Fi permanently turned off. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, the protagonist's father decided to move them out of the house within a month. The story serves as a chilling reminder to maintain vigilance in personal security, keep social media profiles private, and stay alert to one's surroundings to protect against potential threats and stalkers.